My name is Austin Stevens. I photograph the most dangerous animals in the world. Now, I pit my wits against the ultimate predator,
I've seen a lion turn on a car before.
attempting to capture its struggle to survive.
The animals are scattering, they're scattering. I've got to get out.
I've lived in Africa all my life. And for most of that time, I've made my living getting close to the deadliest animals on the continent. Mostly, I've focused on snakes.
These guys have got a neurotoxic venom. It's very potent. One drop would be enough to kill you. It's gonna suddenly turn on me, I know that. Okay, there, look at me. That's the shot.
The more spectacular, the better. Mammals, though, have proved a more challenging subject. But there's one African beast whose photo I've never been asked to take, until now. And surprisingly, it's the most famous of them all, the lion. Most tourist shots capture them resting or sleeping. But I need to photograph them at their very best, on the hunt. It's going to be the ultimate test and extremely dangerous. Once a lion gets within range of its prey and identifies its victim, the execution is deliberate, precise, and very, very fast. I'll need to be in exactly the right place at just the right time. Having lived in Africa all my life, you'd think I had plenty of opportunity to photograph lions. And indeed I have. But to get the specific photographs I'm looking for, you need all the cards stacked in your favor. Best place to do that is the plains of Serengeti. Stretching across northern Tanzania, the Serengeti is famed for its grassy savannas. Tanzania is home to over 3,000 lions, more than anywhere else in the world. I'm heading for Lake Ndutu, an area perfect for big cats. I've timed my assignment to coincide with the arrival of the Great Migration. Over 1 million wildebeest and zebra travel an annual circuit of close to 3,000 kilometers, chasing the promise of rain and fresh grass. But despite there being so much potential prey about, I'm not expecting to get my shots out here. Although the plains are covered with huge herds of game, lions actually prefer more wooded areas, especially if there's water available. They're ambush predators, and they like to sneak up on their prey and nail them. So that's what I'm looking for. Waterholes fringed by plenty of trees and tall grass for cover. I set out to scour the woodlands surrounding the plains to find my perfect stakeout. The only problem is, strange noises are coming from my vehicle, giving me real cause for concern. Herds of zebra are already migrating down from the plains. They clear the longer vegetation for the grass-loving wildebeest, who won't be too far behind. This is prime big cat habitat. Plenty of shade, plenty of ambush cover, and lots of prey about. And it's not long before my instinct is proved correct. Look at these, aren't they great? I've got big adult lions here. Look at the size of these prints and how clear they are. And I've got cubs. There's cubs over here as well. I'm seeing at least one here, there's one there. There's at least 2 adults and maybe 2 cubs as well. Perfectly formed prints in the soft sand. This is exactly what I've been looking for, and they're going in that direction. So it's back to the car and after them. The fresh tracks lead me down into a flooded gully.
This is it. This marsh is exactly what I've been looking for. Not only that, I found some lion prints down here. And there are pools of water dotted throughout these reeds. That'll attract not only the lions, but their prey as well. This is going to be a great place to stake out. In the intense afternoon heat, animals of all kinds are drawn to the marsh's cool water. So I wait all day for a lion. But with my vehicle in such poor shape, it's too dangerous to risk staying out overnight. I'll resume my search in the morning. I get up early because it gives me the best chance to find lions before they hide from the heat of the day. I specially chose this vehicle because it's an open top. I know that's taking a bit of a chance because lions have been known to climb into vehicles, but I really need this. Wherever the lions are moving around me, I need to be able to move with my camera and get my shots. Let's go see what I can find. Problem is, this open-top vehicle may look the part, but it's turning out to be a heap of junk. My worst fears. I think the crown and pinion is jammed, and I think the axle is snapped as well. I can't even turn it. That's jammed. That's the worst thing that can happen out here. I'm not going to get this moving in a hurry. I'm going to have to get some help. Maybe even another vehicle. I did see a village quite a few miles back. A long way. It's my only chance, though. If I can find it, head in that direction. I'll have to take a few things with. Come all the way out here to find lions. I know I'm in the middle of lion country. Let's hope the lions don't find me first. I'm on foot, and I'm in lion country. The temperature is already a crushing 35 degrees. I've got to get to help soon. The Maasai are generally peace-loving, but I've no idea how they'll react to a stranger. I choose the most impressive house and ask for help. How are you?
Hi.
You speak some English?
Yes, I speak. I do.
Speak good English.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. They told me
He's
that
happy
if I
to
come
help,
you,
Yes, maybe
but
you
at
can
a
help
the
price.
car.
Yes, the guy is there, but it costs you.
It will cost me.
Yeah.
Can I check it out?
Just check.
If
The
it's
best
good,
I was hoping for was a mechanic, or at least some spare parts. But this guy goes one better.
it works. How much we make?
It will cost me a lot.
3, 4, 5, 6. Good?
A lot.
A lot. 7, 8.
It's no time to bargain. This is the perfect vehicle for my lion stakeout.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay? Would you believe that for luck? I actually found a Land Rover all the way out here. Not only that, it's a working Land Rover. It's been fairly well looked after. You know what this means, eh? Our mission is back on track. Share. Ciao, thanks, eh? Really amazing bit of luck getting this Land Rover. Never thought that would happen.
And its owner even threw in some Maasai advice.
While I was talking to the guy, I was explaining about my mission, getting lions, photographing lions. Immediately he jumped on the subject and said to me, 2 kinds of lions. One with a lot of fur around its neck, another one with none. And he insisted that the one with fur around its neck you don't have to worry about. It's the others that you got to worry about. Of course, he's comparing male and female. He probably sees that the female are the hunters, and so they're more worried about the females.
He's right. To photograph lion hunting, I'm actually after the queen of beasts, not the king. I may have lost a day changing vehicles, but if the prints I found are from cubs, that means lionesses are here too. But lionesses keep their cubs very well hidden, which means I'll need all my bush skills to find them. These prints in the dust are fresh, and their owner suddenly appears just meters ahead.
Wow.
My first lion, and it's a male.
He's walking right on the side of the track. He's not even worried. And he's got a solid gait like he's going somewhere.
He's heading for the marsh, and he could lead me to the pride.
And he's marking territory right there. He gave a little squirt right on that bush over there. He's letting me know that this is his land.
My open-top vehicle allows me an exceptional view, but it's dangerous.
I've seen a lion attack a car before. Do you know what's scary? Every now and then he turns directly towards me and he looks straight into my eyes. And people always say, don't look directly into a cat's eyes because it's a threat.
But I can't afford to let him out of my sight. I know how easily a cat can melt into the landscape, even one as big as this. It's as well to give the king of beasts a wide berth, even though this lion seems uninterested in hunting.
Pretty obvious this guy's staying on this track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go way ahead, lie in wait, let him walk towards me and get some really good shots. Wow. This is fantastic. I'm getting some great shots. Just like I thought, he's headed straight for the marsh. He seems to be looking out for something. It's not prey because there was plenty of prey on the plains and he didn't pay any attention. He wanted to get here to the marsh. So it's just a chance that he is looking for the females and maybe the cubs. Or alternatively, if he finds them and they're not his cubs, there might be trouble. He might actually kill them. So I'm just going to move out the way and wait to see what happens. Give him his space.
If the lionesses and cubs are here, I want to find them before he does. So I make an urgent circuit around the marsh.
There's some lions. I found some lions. I can see one. There's one female over there. Let me just move around. There's two. There's more than one. There's two females lying right here. I've been riding all over the place. They're right here. There's more. There's cubs as well. They've got cubs. This is what I've been looking for. I've got two females lying. One, two. I've got three. I've got a third one. I've got three female lions. Three female lions. Three cubs, 3 or 4 cubs. That's incredible. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another cub. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 cubs with 3 females. That's incredible. There's another cub. There's 6 young cubs. I've got cubs coming out of my ears here.
This pride is exactly what I was hoping for. But cubs this size are extremely vulnerable, and that lone male is a major threat. He may even try to kill them to bring their mothers back into heat. So I'll need to keep track of his movements as well.
Which cubs belong to which, I'm not sure, but they're all looking after each other. They're all playing together and everything, so it's obviously one happy group. Yeah, the 2 females are staying there now. The other one's right over here. This one's close now. She's really close to me. And she's really enjoying the cubs. She lets the cubs play with her. Oh, you know what I'm seeing? You don't notice it that easily. I just saw now she turned into light. She's actually only got one eye, or at least one eye has been damaged. It looks like a scar going through her face over here, and her one eye is more closed than the other. This is something that can happen very easily. I mean, they get into fights, or she tackles something that fights back, and she might get hurt. This is amazing, but you know what's the best of all? Is now I know I've got this group. If I can stay with this group, go with them day and night if possible, sooner or later they've got to make a kill. They're going to make a number of kills because we've got 6 cubs to look after here, 3 big females that have to eat as well, and they're going to be hunting regularly. And that means I've got a good chance of getting my photos. A good chance.
The lion stakeout begins. It may not seem so, but the rain is good news. It will draw in wildebeest searching for fresh grazing. The lions are ready and waiting, and I'm in the perfect place to get my shots. But the next morning, the trail is cold.
I thought this might happen. After the rain yesterday, these lions were so frisky, they were burning up energy, they were so active, and this morning they're gone. There's no sign of them at all. I suspect that they've gone to hunt. The females have gone to hunt, which means they might have stashed the cubs right here. They probably stashed them there and they've gone to hunt. I don't think they'd take the cubs with. But I found no track at all until I came here. Right over here, right through my old car tracks where I've been riding along this track. I've got a couple of prints, just very, very light prints in the mud. And they're leading off here. And it looks like only adults, no babies with. Babies are definitely stashed out there. And you can see the claws there, pads over here, yeah. One good solid print there going that way. See how they've gone off? They've gone into the grass. So I suspect they've gone onto plains, they're gonna hunt. What happens now, I don't know. I've got to try and find them or wait for them to come back to the cubs.
The lionesses may just have gone ahead to meet the oncoming migration. So this could be the chance to get my shots of hunting lions. But scavengers on the horizon suggest I'm too late.
Get a look at this. You can always rely on the vultures to bring you into where there's some action. I heard this last night. I heard some squabbling. I thought it was two hyena packs coming together, but I think there were lions here. I've seen some footprints over here, and they've come over here and they've put up a heck of a fight, and somehow they've killed one of the young ones. And I see the den looks deserted now. I don't see any sign of hyenas at all. I suspect these hyenas have caught a fright now and have moved on somewhere else. Very interesting.
That's one less enemy for the lion cubs. But there are plenty more out there. The cooler weather means lions could be out hunting longer than usual. I don't want to waste a minute. Searching the woodland connecting the plains to the marsh, something unusual catches my eye.
That's incredible. They've just hit this young giraffe. I must have been seconds away, just seconds away. The mother is just in the background, walking around and round and round. They've just nailed the little giraffe. The mother giraffe is actually coming closer now. She's walking straight in.
The calf was just a day or two old. These were probably the first and last lions it ever saw.
They seem satisfied now that this giraffe is dead. They're just checking. Now they're going to open it up. The softest parts is where they're going to go first. But they're not starving, these lions. They're not starving, so they're taking their time. There's no panic over here. They're studying the surroundings, making sure everything's clear. They just got to watch out. If a mother giraffe comes closer, they might just go for it.
But their markings reveal they're not my lions. The faint rosettes on their flanks mean they're still young. Considering how close we are to the marsh, these could be last year's cubs. So I head back to the marsh to see if the cubs have emerged from hiding or if the mothers have returned. The marsh is a mecca for wildlife, but it's a dangerous oasis.
Look at this. Yeah. Hyena.
The lions' arch rivals haven't abandoned the area completely.
Obviously fat and full. Eating something, lying down in the shade, just keeping cool. This is what I'm worried about. Those cubs are somewhere in here, and if they start calling, if the parents haven't come back, and this hyena picks that up, this hyena will kill those cubs for sure. Lions and hyenas, absolute enemies.
I can't help wondering if the hyenas already got the cubs. So I'm keener than ever to find them.
There they are. They're back. They're back. I'm so glad.
But they look anxious.
And sooner or later they're going to start calling. One is already heading into the marsh. This one's scanning the whole horizon here. The other one is just sitting down on the far side. This is so great. They're all back. And right here where the hyena is not far from here.
They're right in the reeds there. I'm losing track of them. Every now and then I see a slight movement, but I don't know if they found the cubs. I don't know if the cubs are safe, if they're there or not. It's getting dark now, it's getting late. I'm not going to see anything. My best chance is to come back in the morning and see what's developed.
With the male lion and a fully grown hyena on their patch, these are tense times for the pride and my assignment. Next morning, the marsh is alive with activity. More and more zebras are pouring into the area. They need to drink every day, so the marsh is a perfect place for the lions to set up ambush. But I've spent the night wondering whether my pride still has any cubs to feed.
I've just seen some movement over here, right in the grass. I think it may have been one of the females. It's very early in the morning. And it's difficult to know if they're moving or what they're doing. Oh, I see a cub. I'm seeing a cub. Oh, there's the cubs. The cubs are here. I see already 2 cubs. And more, they're all here. Oh, there's a kill. They've made a kill. There's a zebra kill. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cubs are all okay. There's 6 cubs. Look at the cub sitting right on top of it. Let me get a bit closer. That's good news. The cubs are okay.
I'm elated to find them, but it's important to gauge the mood of the lionesses. It's dangerous to mess with them when they're on a kill.
That's as close as I want to get to these guys. I'm right on top of them. I've just missed a kill. I've just missed it again. This is the problem. I can sit with these guys all day. And if you just turn your back once or you disappear for the evening because you can't see them at night, they go and kill straight away and I miss it. And I was here at the crack of dawn and they'd just done it. Look at the cub looking straight at me.
My plan to be here first thing in the morning was right. But it looks like these cats are killing just before dawn.
I think she's going to try and take it away into the bush. She's going to try and hide it a bit more. It's incredible. They're very nervous. They're looking around all the time. They're totally aware that there could be other predators that would now move in and try and get hold of this carcass, especially hyenas.
I know one thing. This is the perfect pride. With plenty of mouths to feed, these lions will need to hunt again soon.
Wasn't that great? It was fantastic. Those cubs are fine. At first I thought there's something happened to those cubs. I lose everything. But they're 100%. They're in good hands. Only pity is that I didn't actually get the kill. Probably happened just a few hours before I got here. You never know with lions. And probably one little zebra came straddling down to the water, got nailed last night. But they've eaten well now. They're probably going to stay there for quite a while. So the best thing I can do is set myself up, get as comfortable as I can, and just wait it out.
With water in short supply up on the plains, it's not long before thirsty animals arrive. I know that when a chance arises, the lion's hunting instincts will kick in. When the mothers start hiding their cubs in the reeds, I realize they sense an opportunity.
They've positioned themselves in strategic positions down there close to the water. If something came down to drink, they would be in a good position to actually make a kill.
The zebras haven't noticed the big cats lying in wait. But the direction of their approach is working against me.
The zebras have come down here. They've come to where the water is on this side, but the lions on this side, and there's pools all over here. There's so many different places they can drink. It's like a hit and miss business, this, and if you're waiting for it to happen, it's dicey.
But waiting is the best option. The lions won't charge until their fleet-footed prey come within 30 meters. Eventually, one zebra strays from the herd. This looks very promising, until the cubs' impatience blows their cover. And the hunters lose their advantage.
They're scattering. Just get a bit closer in case there's something happening. Ah, they're going in all directions. The lions are up, they're just standing. Yeah, no, it's too late.
The zebra make a clean getaway.
That must maybe close. Wow, I tell you. You just got to be on the watch all the time. Any animals coming down to the marsh where those lions are at the moment, you've got a chance. Maybe maybe something will happen. Not easy to get.
It's a numbers game. Fewer than 1 in 3 hunts are successful. I'm going to need all the patience I can muster. With the security of first light, I'm back with the pride.
Just look at this. They've devoured this entire zebra, the whole carcass. Cubs have just moved off to the side. Everybody's got a little piece of something. And these 2 females are still working on this. Just listen to them chewing. It looks like they've been feeding well throughout the night. The cubs are just playful now. All they're doing is playing, got a little piece of meat dragging around or fighting over it. I cannot believe how much meat they can devour.
Cubs often get a raw deal, prevented from eating until the adults have had their fill. This time at least, there's plenty of zebra to go round.
It's just wonderful to see that there's so much love and affection amongst these cats. They're all fat and full and they're well. Everything's good. The reality of it is that just 2 weeks, that's all it would take. 2 weeks away from starvation. If they don't kill again, feed again, it's all over.
Luckily for these cubs, making kills is about to become a whole lot easier. The wildebeest are coming. Soon there will be prey everywhere. But once again, they disappear. It's 2 days before I find the pride again, thanks to some old friends. And they've made another kill.
Look at this, I found them. 2 females over there, 1 female here, and all the cubs all together over here.
It's the first time the cubs have come so far from the marsh.
They obviously made this kill in the night. The females must have come up here, killed this wildebeest, and then ate their fill, and went back and collected the cubs and brought them all the way out here onto the plains. That's amazing. I always just miss the kill. I'm just too late. And I'm not having the luck of being able to photograph it.
I need to photograph the hunt in daylight. So my only chance is to be with these lions at dawn. Now they've moved into more open territory, I've got a way of making that happen. But it's going to be risky.
It's getting to late evening now and the lions are still dozing. They've been dozing all day. But that's natural because it's been hot. I think they're going to move at night, and they seem to prefer hunting by night. So the best thing I can do is try and stay with them through the night. That's not going to be easy to do, but it's important to see what they're up to, and more important, where they're going to be tomorrow when I need to find them. But to follow them at night, I'm going to need some special equipment, and I've got just what I need. These black lights enable me to use my night vision camera. And I've got this red gel taped over the lights, so it won't affect the lion's eyes. They won't even see this. I've got a thermal camera and a night vision camera. The combination of these two, I should be able to follow the lions and see exactly what they're up to at night.
Without this kit, I wouldn't be able to see more than a meter in front of me. But a lion's eyes are 6 times more sensitive than ours, and they have excellent night vision, which gives them a distinct advantage in the dark. Now I've just got to get back to where I left the Pride before they disappear.
Absolutely pitch black. Can't see a thing. As far as I can reckon, this is more or less where I left them this afternoon. There's only one thing to do. This is why I've got the thermal camera. This is my best shot. This will tell me if there's anything warm out there. Any movement. I can see trees. I can actually pick up here. There are. I've got them. That looks like them there. Still a little way. Yes. It's difficult to judge on the screen just how far they are from me, but they must be within a couple of, well, maybe in about 20, 30 meters. And I can't see them. Can you believe that? If you move closer, I'll use the thermal image to guide me. I mustn't be fooled by this because it's a wide lens and I can get really close without knowing it.
And I've never put myself in this situation before, so I have no idea how lions will react to my car at night.
I've been watching these guys for days now. I know exactly what they do in the day, which is not always that much. But at night, who knows what happens at night? Lions are much more active at night. I see a whole group of lions together like this. I see them clearly on the thermal. And when I'm looking out there, it's pitch black. I can't see a thing. I just imagine being stuck out here somehow. You know, your car breaks down and you start walking. You would never know. You would walk right into this pride of lions. That would be frightening. You just don't know what's going on out here. Well, if there's one thing I've learned with lions, it's a waiting game.
At least they're on the move this time.
It's quite frightening. You just don't know what's ahead of you. You can't see. It's pitch black. I'm relying entirely on this thermal to guide me and to stay with the lions.
The thermal image gives a clear picture of just how protective the mothers are.
One straight line. Isn't that incredible? Female in front, cubs in between, another female at the back, making sure the cubs are safe. There we go. We're right at the marsh. We're right at the edge of the marsh. I still can't see it. I have to look on the thermal. It's the only way. Yeah, they're gathering. Oh, they're going to drink. Oh, look at that. Can see another white speck way out in the marsh. Not sure what that is. Something else over there.
Whatever it is, the lions have spotted it.
Who knows what's going to happen next?
The white speck turns out to be another lion.
It's the lone male.
This could be deadly for the cubs. The lioness's only hope is to gang together.
There's the third lioness.
Listen to that. They won't let him anywhere near those cubs. But the male's presence has the pride heading for cover.
Something is happening. Somebody's moving. Let's see if I can get a bit closer.
They're disappearing into the bush. Moving into thick bush again. This makes me nervous because I don't know where I'm going. I don't want to drive into something, but I'm going very slow. They're heading inland again. They're definitely heading inland. I think they're going to exactly where they were before. I'm telling you, they're going straight back to the carcass. That's incredible. That means they came all this way, brought the cubs all this way to drink, and now taking them back to the carcass again. That's fantastic. That's it. It looks like the carcass. Yes, they're on the carcass. Man, I wish I could see. They're on the carcass and the mother's feeding again. Yeah, they're feeding. They're going to settle down here for the night. I can see that. Cubs are starting to play in the trees again. They love climbing trees, these cubs. You'd think they were leopards the way they carry on. You just stop over here. Yeah, I've got them. And now I've got them here. Now I know they're back at the carcass. I can go and catch on some sleep myself. Maybe even eat something. And come and find them in the morning. I'm sure they'll be here. No question about it.
They've got just a few scraps left. These guys will hunt again at the first opportunity.
Been a long night. A lot of insects. A lot of cold air.
Finally, all the pieces are in place. There's plenty of game, and I'm in the perfect position with these expert hunters. First light, and my lion pride are in sight. By sunup, they've moved down to the marsh to meet the migration head on. Even the cubs seem interested, but it's the lionesses I've got to focus on. There are potential targets everywhere, and the hunters are fanning out amongst the trees. But it's the experienced, one-eyed female who seems to be in control, so I'm keeping my eye on her.
The lionesses are waiting there. This one's moved around the back. They're making a complete circle here. She's going to push them. One way or the other, they're going to scatter this guy. Here she goes. There she goes, there she goes. Oh, she's sitting down, she's sitting down.
That's the first sign she's committed to the hunt. The wildebeest know something's wrong, but they don't know what or where the danger is coming from.
She's watching. She's moving again, she's moving forward, she's moving forward.
I've got the stalk.
Through the window, not so good. She's moving forward. I don't want to move because I'm going to disturb her. She's stalking. She stopped again. She's just sitting down. She's just watching. She's just watching. She's keeping absolutely dead still. It's incredible. She's gone into freeze mode. She's so concentrated. She's focused on exactly what's going on there. There's a little group of wildebeest here that seem to be isolated. They seem to be confused. They don't know which way to go. I think the lionesses are right behind them. This one's right here. They're actually trapped in the middle. She's moving again. She's moving cautiously. She's going really cat-like. And somehow, she's waiting for a signal, or one of them is waiting for a signal, and it's all going to happen at the same time. There she goes. There she goes. Everything's scattering. The animals are scattering. They're scattering. No, I've got to get out. The chase. I can't believe it. Man. I can't even see. I've got so much dust. So much dust. You can't believe it. See if I can get shots while I go. Can't see. Too much dust. I see two females have hit some. It looks like they've hit a wildebeest. They've hit a wildebeest. Everything else is scattered. Still a lot of dust. I'm gonna get every shot I can. I'm gonna turn the cross so I get a better shot. There we go. I gotta get rid of this. Got it. They've got a wildebeest. They've got a wildebeest.
It's the one-eyed lioness who's made the hit. She's suffocating the wildebeest.
They've got it, I think. They're holding on. Oh man, this was perfectly planned, perfectly executed. And they got their wildebeest. That's incredible. And they all pulled together and they all did it together.
While the older lioness finishes off the kill, the younger female heads out to retrieve the cubs.
That's fantastic. Jeepers. That's the way of nature. Hours and hours of nothing. 10 seconds of mad chaos.
Luckily, even in that flurry of action, I managed to get the shots I was after. It's tough to see an animal die, but I'm relieved for the lions. Being born during the migration gives these cubs a great start and a good chance of survival.
Everyone seems quite content right now, not